The San Diego Padres are looking to finish off their rotation and make it deeper than it already is. They are linked to these two ex-All-Star, even front-runner for Cy Young Award winners. Let's talk about this. How's it going, everyone? My name is FamedFriar. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be discussing how the Padres have been connected to Nate Eovaldi and Johnny Cueto within the last 24 hours. Let's talk about this. Before we go any further into this video, if you are yet to hit that subscribe button, please do so, as well as the like button as we discuss this. I know I'm a little bit behind on this news, but I wanted to hold back for a major reporter to break it as well. So we had aligning reports, and John Heyman did send the news out. So now let's talk about it. Nate Eovaldi, aka the biggest name in the free agent market, a la to the Carloscorrea Twilight situation. I don't know what to consider it. Nate Eovaldi has been connected to the Angels and the Padres and is still the Red Sox, but the Red Sox are quote-unquote lowballing them. I do have a report on that for you guys who are interested in the market on him, and I will show that in a bit. But let's talk about Nate Eovaldi for a second. Great pitcher, playoff pitcher. I've talked about him in a video before. In this whole entire video, I went in depth on my personal opinion about Nate Eovaldi. I think he's the perfect fit and the guy that's going to take us to the promised land in that fourth spot. I think he could get us a World Series. Now let's go ahead and hear what the Red Sox beat reporter has to say about this. This video is courtesy of my friends out in the field. Julian and Sandy do a great job reporting, and I was hoping to include this in this video.
You think Nathan Eovaldi is good as gone? And if he does leave, where is this landing spot you could see him ending up in?
I mean, from what I've heard from sources, like Eovaldi wants to stay with the Red Sox. I think Eovaldi's in a tough spot with the market right now where a lot of teams are kind of lowballing him in terms of contract offers because he's not necessarily that top tier starting pitcher. He's not an ace, but he's also not a number three. He's kind of in between. And so he's probably worth more than the offers he's getting on the free agent market right now. And so he's in a little bit of an in-between place where, you know, do you go back to the team that is lowballing you right now with the Red Sox that is that you're interested in staying at, or do you wait for a bigger offer that's more in line with what you're actually worth? And I think that he's in a tough spot right now. I still think that there's a chance for a reunion, but the market for him right now is in a weird place.
Interesting, yeah, because you look at Taijuan Walker and Jameson Taillon, maybe he could fall somewhere in there, like that 4/68, that 4/72.
But I think he's better than both of them.
Yes, I think so too. Maybe it's just an age thing because I know he's a little bit older than them. Maybe that's part of the issue, but I think he's better than both of them as well. I feel like he should get somewhere at least in that spot, but maybe it's not coming together yet.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. I just think he's kind of in a weird spot because he's definitely better than Taillon and Walker, but I think that teams feel like they can get him at a similar price and get more production.
Interesting.
So yeah, very interesting stuff, the lowballing of the market, and I kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, this guy isn't a Carlosrodon. He is in the Carlosrodon tier, but he also isn't in the Jameson Taillon tier either. He's kind of this in-between, and he is one of the only pieces besides Chris Bassett that's in that in-between tier. But Chris Bassett didn't have an injury. He doesn't have an injury history. He doesn't have on and off struggles like Nate Eovaldi, but he also doesn't have the top tier ability like Nate Eovaldi. So that's why it's very, very interesting to compare and contrast their values. But obviously, if you can land a guy like Nate Eovaldi, it is going to extend your chances at winning a World Series, make it better. He's a better pitcher than about 80% of the league, 90% of the league. He is up there. When Nate Eovaldi's on, he is on, and he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. I would love to sign him to a 3 to 4 year contract. I think his AAV is going to be around $20 million, right in that Bassett range. He also wants a little more money in 1 more year is what I heard, but it's a great look. He's a great pitcher. I really do like Nate Eovaldi. Now, the other name we're connected to is Johnny Cueto, and I'm starting to get convinced that AJ Preller watches my videos because I have said multiple times, Nate Eovaldi, Johnny Cueto, those are my guys. Remember that when I said, hey, I posted a whole video. Would I rather have Carlosrodon or just Nate Eovaldi and Johnny Cueto? The answer was Nate Eovaldi and Johnny Cueto, and here we are discussing it. So AJ Preller, if you're watching this, let's close the deal, buddy. But yes, Nate Eovaldi, great option. Johnny Cueto, another great option. Great pitcher, resurgence here. The guy can eat innings. As long as he's healthy, he's going to eat innings for you. And I really, really like it. I like the interest. This isn't something that we've not heard before. I actually have a screenshot. I'll put it on right now. 8 years ago, Johnny Cueto connected to the Padres, and that was before we signed James Shields. Of course, everything kind of worked out in the end with James Shields. and getting Fernando Jr. Obviously, that worked out, but it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Johnny Cueto is one of Preller's guys, and as I say every time we discuss one of Preller's guys, when Preller has a guy, it's his guy. It's who he is interested in. It's who he wants to pick up, and that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at a guy that he wants to pick up in Johnny Cueto. 1 year deal, 8 to 12 million is my guess. Very good baseball player, excellent stuff, and he's resurged himself. He's turned his career around. But my thing about this, and I said this in my Friar Friday stream, if you are to get Johnny Cueto, you have the issue now of, okay, we picked up Johnny Cueto, what's next? Well, next is going to be, hey, you have to get someone at the deadline because Johnny Cueto is not going to be a postseason arm. I don't trust him enough in the postseason. If he has a good first half, we can revisit this conversation. But I don't know if I trust him in the postseason. I'd really like to get someone at the deadline, and that would have to be, maybe like a Sonny Gray, someone like that. This is the end of their contract, this is it. But that's what I think. That is my opinion. Comment down below which pitcher you would rather have on this roster. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.
Yes! 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.